Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do this really pretty halo eyeshadow. So I'm going to tell you what we did. I'm just starting with an eye primer. I'm just using Milani. I will tag all the products below. I'm just placing it all over the eyelid. Next I'm going to go in with my transition color. So I'm going to use Soft Brown from MAC. It's my favorite transition color. It doesn't give you a solid line, so when you blend, it's really soft and makes a really nice transition. I'm going to do that on both eyes, and it creates a really nice base for your eyeshadow. I'm just using a standard blending eyeshadow brush. The next color I'm going to go in with is called Espresso, and this is a matte color as well. What I'm doing is concentrating it on the outer corner of the eye and slowly bringing it in. Once I'm happy with the color, I do the exact same thing on the inner corner of the eye and blend it towards the middle of the eyelid. You want to be careful not to go too dark in the beginning because it can make the eye look really small. Once I'm happy, I blend it along the lash line very softly and in towards the middle to create a really soft hue. I then switch to a brush that's not so dense, and I lightly use the same color in the crease, softly blending it out so it's not too dramatic. You cannot overblend. See how it's making her eyes pop already? I go back in and I blend with the more dense brush to add more concentrate of the color. It is a build-up system, so take your time. I go back in with my regular blending brush, blend it all together so there's no harsh lines. Can't forget to the other eye. Again, I'm just concentrating the color on the outer corner and the inside, blending it along the lash line and then up in the crease. You can add more drama to this look by adding a darker shadow, which I will do after, just on the outer corner. There we go, now we match. So now I'm patting on a color from MAC called All That Glitters. It's kind of a rose gold color. It's really pretty. It's got a very light shimmer. I'm just kind of packing it on the middle of the eyelid and then slowly blending it into the other colors. Don't worry about over blending. You don't want to bring it all the way out because it kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm going to use this blending brush and blend them all together so that there's no real line of where they start and stop. By taking a clean blending brush and a little bit of my soft brown in MAC, I can go along the line and softly blend out any transition. And by using your finger with the eyeshadow, it creates a little bit more of an impact with the color. It's like packing it on. I'm highlighting with my favorite MAC. It's Nylon, and I highlight just under the brow bone and then blend it out with whatever's left on the brush. And now I'm going in with my darker colors. So I'm using Brun from MAC, just going out on the outer corner, creating a V into the lash line, softly blending it out so it's not too dark, but does add just a little bit more intensity. See? How pretty. So for the liner today, I chose not to use a liquid or a gel. I'm simply using a black eyeshadow, and I wet my brush with Fix Plus from MAC, and I'm just creating a really soft smudge line. Because this whole look is soft and sultry, smoky, and very blended, I didn't want to have a big, thick, bold line of liner, so that's why I'm doing it with the shadow. The nice thing about doing it with the shadow is if you make a mistake, it's really easy to erase. Today I'm going to be using Ardell lashes, just black lashes. They are the Wispies. I'm using duo glue and applying them right to the lash line, starting in the middle and then sticking them to the sides, either side of the eye. I like to pat down with the clean side of the Q-tip to make sure that they are secure. They make such a difference. So pretty. See how I put the glue on? I do it with a Q-tip. Some people do it with the end of a bobby pin. Some people use a brush, but I like to use a Q-tip. This is the part where some people need their friend to help them. You can also watch my other video on how to apply lashes to yourself. In that video, I'm using the small flare cluster lashes, not strip lashes. Now when I use strip lashes, I like to put the lashes on first and then the mascara. The reason my finger is now behind the lash is so that I don't get mascara on the eyeshadow that we just did. So I'm blending the mascara to the lashes, creating a nice seal and making them more comfortable for my client. You can take a clean mascara wand and unstick any of the top lashes from the bottom lashes so your client's comfortable. And I like to thicken up the lashes a little bit by running the mascara wand on the top edge of the lashes. The glue does take probably 5 to 10 minutes to dry, and usually about 15 minutes to get used to the lashes if you've never worn them before. A little spritz of Fix Plus on her face. And I'm going to go in with my foundation. So I just mixed up a couple colors, and I'm blending out with a standard face blending dense brush. I like the way it looks. It's very airbrush finished. You want to make sure to blend in circles or pat. You don't want to rub back and forth. And then always blend down on the neck so you don't get that line of foundation. You want to make sure to get in all the lines around your nose and eyes so that nothing looks unfinished. Make sure you're blending right to the hairline as well, so that you can't tell where the makeup starts and stops. And I'm just going to use some MAC concealer, and I'm going to lightly place it under her eyes and then blend out with a fluffier brush. This is really an eyeshadow brush, but I find it gives such a nice finish when I use it on concealer. Concealer is one of those products where if you're not using the right tools or let it sit too long, it can really be hard to work with. So by using a fluffy brush, it moves the product quickly enough and it smooths everything in the right place. I'm just setting with some BH Pro powder. This will help all the makeup stay in place as well as give a nice matte finish. She's looking so pretty. So I'm using just a baked matte contour. It's just a regular bronzer, and I'm starting just in the hollows of the cheek and brushing into the hairline to make it a really natural finish. I wasn't going to go crazy on contour today because I want to highlight her eyes. So just starting a little bit on the forehead and connecting it to the other contour that we just created. Softly blending everything so there's no harsh lines. I'm just using a regular angled brush for this. Pretty sure that brush is just from BH. They have great brushes. You want to kind of blend down on everywhere else so everything blends and matches. And add a pop of color to the cheek. I'm just using my Milani blush in color Luminiso. It's a great color on so many different skin tones. It's really making your eyes pop. My favorite highlight palette. So pretty. And I'm just using this little blendy brush. Applying it to the high points of her cheek, anywhere that the sun would naturally hit your skin, like your nose, your cupid's bow. See? So cute. Create that nice glowy skin. I'm going to do a very soft contour on her nose with the fluffy brush. Nothing too dense because I don't want it to really accentuate or hide. I'm not trying to change her nose. I'm just trying to make it more 3D. So by doing it very softly and very lightly, you can use a build-up system instead of doing it too dark and then trying to rub it off. I just used the same bronzer that I used on her face. Cannot forget the brows. I love using brow powder on my clients. It's really easy to work with. It's actually extremely easy and easy to color match, and if you make a mistake, it's really forgiving. So I'm just using a brow powder and following the shape of her eyebrow. I don't like to change the eyebrows. I just like to kind of enhance them. Always blend out. You don't want it to be too harsh. It blends everything together. It makes everything really soft. Now you can conceal around your eyebrows, but it's not always necessary. What a difference. It's so pretty. And I'm just doing a small angled brush for this with my brow powder. Really finishes the face. It's always good to have those little spoolies on hand. I go through a ton of them myself. And voila! The eyes are done. Well, almost. Got a little excited there. She's looking so pretty. Look at that glow. So, under the eyes, we are taking two colors. We're taking oh my gosh, soft brown in MAC, which is my favorite color. I use it all the time. And I'm going under with the pencil brush that we used to add that color. And that's going to create a really soft line and base for when we now add the espresso, which is going to just deepen it a bit and really make that look just pop. What I'm doing with the leftover makeup on the brush there is connecting the two lines from the bottom to the top so that there's no real line of where it starts and stops. It kind of creates a halo around the entire eye and not just the top. And brush off any fall off. So pretty! And lips. What shall we do? We're going to do a nude matte crayon. Reason being is I want the eyes to pop and not have dramatic eyes and lips. So just a soft nude. We're not going to finish the bottom line with mascara or liner. Just to create a little bit more of a soft glowy look. Never forget setting spray. So thank you so much for watching this beautiful halo look. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.